What's up, guys? Welcome back to Crypto Weekly Review, home of the Wolf Pack, your number one source of cryptotainment to get you through the bear market. In this episode, I got the hottest take on Coinbase. I got the hottest take on 3AC, the hottest charts, and the hottest memes. If you like that, you came to the right place. Let's not waste any more time. Let's jump straight into the charts.
You big old sus, yeah. I just doubled up on crypto. I just doubled down on the new vest. Now my chair looking like 2 checks. Type of money made me want a 2-step. Who next? This week I be on the moon next. Stock going up like 2x. That's a fast flip like suplex. 2 really stepping like a duplex. You bet never lose change, but I do flex on it.
Bitcoin on the daily chart is playing out a nice little bounce, but does this move have any legs? This is so classic Bitcoin. This is typically how it moves during Asian hours while you're asleep. It pumps and it pumps hard. Boom. And you wake up and you have a decision to make. Do you FOMO in? Are you going to miss out? Well, that's why we have to set a plan. And we were talking about once we get above the 55 EMA, okay, it pops through and then comes back and confirms. Then that's your entry, set a stop loss, take profit about 26.7. That's exactly what happened here. We were talking about pop through the trend line, confirm, boom. Take profit was right here at the primary pivot at 23. This is a whale game right here, and I'm not going to buy at resistance. And I think people are going to de-risk and de-leverage this weekend, as Monday and Tuesday we have what could be one of the biggest rate hikes in 40 years at 100 basis points. Now, I do think we are still in a bear market. I will only jump in and out of trades. I am not getting back into the market, but when I do, I know I'm going to make some serious money.
Of somewhere between 700 billion and $1.3 billion.
Ex-Coinbase manager whose name I cannot pronounce is among 3 that have been arrested for crypto insider trading. Basically, they would buy up a coin before it was listed and then dump into the listing pump, making away with about $1.1 million. Who would have thought the people over there at Coinbase are criminals? I would not trust them with my camel. I wonder how much ETH you can get for that. How rude. Wait a second, something fishy's going on here. How could Gary Gensler at the SEC be charging them with insider trading when Coinbase doesn't list securities? Well, that's easy. Right after you arrest them, then you label all of those cryptos as securities.
To us, and everything we do at the SEC is to help protect investors, and we are here to work for you.
Thanks for protecting me, live action Smithers. See, the problem is the SEC likes to regulate through enforcement. You don't know which one of these are securities, then they kick in the door and charge you with wire fraud, okay?
To the people and the companies that you regulate as chairman of the SEC, do you consider yourself to be their daddy? No. Then why do you act like?
Govern me harder, daddy. Now, hold on, though. The SEC has an obligation to protect investors, and a lot of times plebes get wrecked. And what happens? They go running to the regulators, crying, begging for their money back, telling Gary Gensler at the SEC exactly where Suzu touched them.
Touched us here, and here, and here. The bumhole.
I guess the moral of the story is we should not be insider trading. Unless, of course, you are the Speaker of the House. Then it is totally fine to triple your yearly salary in one trade of NVIDIA when you know that a $52 billion bill, a microchip bill, is slamming through Congress. Now, Ms. Pelosi was asked about this and refused to comment.
What are you saying?
Over the course of your career, has your husband ever made a stock purchase or sale based on information you've received from you?
No, absolutely not. Okay, thank you.
Did they mute his mic or what? I could barely hear him, but he did ask her about insider trading and she stormed off the stage. And not only Miss Pelosi was asked about her insider trading, but also Gary Gensler himself, the commissioner of the SEC.
We keep talking about Congress and stock trading. Nancy Pelosi, of course, or her husband, I should say, trading in NVIDIA recently. You care deeply, I believe, and part of your mandate is to deal with the credibility of the markets. Clearly, this undermines the credibility of the markets to see folks in Congress trading back and forth. We're talking about it. People are raising questions. Is there something that you can be doing?
Well, I leave those decisions to Congress, but we...
I hate to say it, but this isn't the first time. I mean, this has been going on for decades. And in fact, here's a clip from 2008.
One of those came in 2008 from Visa, just as a troublesome piece of legislation that would have hurt credit card companies began making its way through the House.
Wait, that sounds vaguely familiar.
It's a scam.
Undisturbed by a potential conflict of interest, the Pelosi's purchased 5,000 shares of Visa at the initial price of $44. 2 days later, it was trading at $64.
That's right. If you're a lowly manager at Coinbase, you will get nailed to the cross in probably due time. But if you're working for Congress, you are free to do whatever the hell you want. The system is absolutely rigged. The deck is stacked against us. And this whole thing has just been a giant scam for decades.
If you want to look like a sea nymph, you board the streamliner, and away you go to health and happiness. It curves you right.
Elon Musk trades Bitcoin like a 25-year-old in his mom's basement. He managed to lose over $160 million with the entry price right around $32K, and then selling 75% of his stack at $28,000, locking in a massive belly flop.
Send it! Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why did he do?
Yes, that is a juicy 9% loss, but hold on though. Are we sure he didn't put any short orders in? That's what I would do. I would put short orders in, then dump it, let it cascade, take profits, and to kind of mitigate the loss. Did his shorts get filled? Yes, they did, but probably not how you think.
Let him shit his pants.
And that's the beauty of the bear market. It washes away LARPers and grifters and scammers. Everybody is exposed. Think of it as when the forest burns down, it is sad, but new growth comes back even better. Speaking of shitting his pants, Su Zhu at Three Arrows Capital made an interview.
Where the hell have you been?
Three Arrows Capital, the longest running and biggest crypto hedge fund ever, who borrowed money from institutions with consumer deposits and lost it all.
They created the corporation Three Arrow Capital. Then the corporation borrows billions of dollars from outside investors. And then, here's the genius, the corporation declares bankruptcy, and Kyle and Sue sue the corporation for money.
Three Arrows Capital owes $2.8 billion to creditors. Su Zhu finally came out of hiding to defend himself, saying that he did not live an extravagant lifestyle, that he only had 2 homes in Singapore, and the $50 million yacht has a paper trail. He said he rode his bike every day to work, okay? Now, I would love to ride my bike down to the docks to the $50 million yacht. Now, Su Zhu and Kyle Davis are not planning to turn themselves over to the authorities in Singapore. Why would you when you can just hide in Dubai? There is no extradition treaty, and you allegedly have $70 million tucked away. You're going to be just fine. Now, that's where I believe that Su Zhu is hiding, but Kyle Davis, he's another story. Kyle Davis is completely on the run.
I'm in Yevley. I'm in the abandoned city of Pripyat.
I'm inside one of the ancient down oil tanks.
I'm off to the Arctic for 3 weeks. I am not inside a fusion reactor. I'm in Hull. I am at Disney World. I'm in an airplane bathroom. I am in an unpowered glider. I'm in ice.
The S&P 500 is looking to close the day in the red after a really bad earnings week. Almost everybody missed earnings. We have Tesla selling Bitcoin, losing $160 million, wiping out all profits of the company for Q2. We have Snapchat down 38% after missing earnings. We have Twitter blaming Elon Musk for missing their earnings, and they spent $33 million in the Elon Musk Twitter buyout lawsuit. We also have Netflix that lost 1 million subscribers. Things are looking kind of bad. Now remember, next week we have the big rate hike, and then after that we have the GDP Q2 numbers. Now remember, if we have 2 quarters with negative GDP, we are officially in a recession, and that's what we have to look forward to next week. Hex on the daily chart is confirming on the 21 exponential moving average. However, I would not buy right now because it's looking a little heavy. Well, it's weak, slow, low volume price action, but it's better than dumping to the downside. I just don't see us getting above this primary pivot anytime soon. I really think that we need PulseChain very badly, and I found some evidence that PulseChain isn't being worked on at all. In fact, I think that the Fiverr anonymous devs are actually just drinking on the job.
And I ain't gonna be just a face in the crowd. You're gonna hear my voice when I shout it out loud.
A few moments later.
It's my life, it's now or never. But I ain't gonna live forever. I just want to live, I live alive.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the PulseChain GitHub. Doesn't look like anything has happened here in 3 months. Now the last commit is this SJB933 guy. Now I heard, now this is allegedly, okay? I don't know, I'm not an insider, but I heard he left, okay? So the guy who did the last commit already left, all right? Now, I'm not sure what the hell is going on here. This shit looks like a ghost town. It looks like the PulseChain Fiverr devs, the anonymous devs, are on vacation on a beach somewhere. I am a day 50 to day 70 hexakin with a ton of stakes. I sacrificed my ETH for PulseChain for freedom of speech, and I am exercising that right now. I sacrificed so Richard can get Rolexes and Lambos and purses, okay? Now look, I don't know if you've seen Richard Hart's last debate on Twitter Spaces with Tone Vays and company, but he absolutely destroyed him. And this is a perfect example of how hard times make you stronger, because so many people blacklisted Richard Hart that he became this animal, this well-informed monster scrapper fighter, you know what I mean? And he absolutely destroyed them. He knew what he was talking about. You know, I don't agree with everything he was saying, but dude, that dude, that was genius level. And these Bitcoiners, they're fat, they're lazy, they had no argument, they had no comebacks, nothing. So hats off to you, Richard, and it's coming from one of your biggest haters, you know what I mean? Like I've made a lot of videos trashing Richard Hart, you know what I mean? Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, join the wolf pack, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.